Alright guys, so we just got to the rental and dumpster's here, so we're ready to get some business going. So we got this bin from Save On Bins, and that's the Edmonton phone number, and that's the website you can get. I'm not affiliated with them anyways, it's just the dumpster that I happened to get. It was one, I called another place, but their phone number led me to somebody else, so their phone number wasn't even correct on the website. And so we use these guys. No affiliation. I don't know how good they are. They seem to be alright because they said they're going to drop off between 8 and noon, and it is currently 9:45. So they dropped off fairly early. I'm not sure when. They maybe got here at 8 o'clock. I'm not sure. So yeah, they seem to be pretty good. Deliver on time. We'll see when they pick up, and so far no issues since I just got it. So we're gonna get into the garage here and start, or open this thing up and start filling it up. Alright guys, so we're going to head inside now and get some more shit outside. I'm not going to film that because pretty much same old, right? So that's what she's looking like. We're going to get full already. Maybe this dumpster wasn't big enough, but we'll see. We're trying to stack it as best we can to get the maximum space out of this thing. So continue on. That's the next stuff right now. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of it. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you guys where we're at. So you saw me rip up the carpet in this room, as you can see. Carpet's all ripped out in this room. We're probably going to keep the underlayment because it looks good. And yeah, I think we're good. I didn't see a whole lot of bleed through of like stains or anything through the carpet, so that would lead me to suspect that this is probably still good. So we're going to keep that. But the carpet was just trash. So we're just going to keep the stairs for now and just a little walkway, just like more high traffic areas to so it doesn't mess up the underlayment. So this is all underlayment. Carpet's all been ripped out in this room. And same with this room. And that also includes the closet. I also ripped out this board. Remember I said that chair railing was there? Ripped all that out. Probably going to have to get some mud in here and feather it up so it kind of looks even, because there's stuff like this which we'll have to cut away and make sure that's all good to go. Alright, so yeah, it's been a bit of work, but it hasn't been too long. It's only been maybe like 2 hours, and that's from loading the stuff in the garage, which only took about 15 minutes or so, getting some of the stuff out of the house, and then starting on the carpet. So probably only about an hour and a half or so on the carpet. And as you can see, this is all ripped out as well. I think this bluer stuff's older, and the black stuff right there is newer underlayment. I could be wrong, but that's what I suspect. But again, it looks pretty good. Again, no like really heavy stains going right through. And then we got the closet that's all ripped out as well, and looking pretty good. There's no light on in this closet. We're still waiting on those light bulbs. I don't know what's going on, but my wife's going to call. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Like I said, we're just going to leave this just for the high traffic areas. Pretty much everything's ripped out. We're going to get baseboards banged out this afternoon up on the top floor, and then all the baseboards in the house will be gone. And then probably either this afternoon or tomorrow we're going to probably hit up the basement and gut that bathroom. And we should be pretty much in a good spot to start patching up the walls. You know, get some of the walls cleaned up, because my wife's going to help me tomorrow, so she can help clean some walls down, because I hate that stuff. I find it's very tedious, and I don't like it. So she doesn't mind doing it. She can play some music, and she's good with that. I'm more like ripping stuff out and stuff like that, so that works out just fine. So yeah, that's our game plan, guys. We're going to be knocking all this stuff out. I'm going to hit the baseboards again this afternoon. If I got time, I'm going to start in the basement. And yeah, then we better go buy a bunch of stuff. Oh, we're going to patch up the walls too. Hopefully maybe start on it today, if not tomorrow or the following day. So at least we got a game plan this week, and we got to do as much as we can, get most of the shit out of the house. Like, I'm not too worried about patching the house. We got to get most of the stuff out of the house due to the fact that we only have that bin for 1 week. So next Tuesday, possibly in the morning to in the evening, that's gone. So basically by Monday we have to have everything in there wrapped up, good to go. So that means I would rather rip stuff out, get rid of stuff before I start patching the walls. So I want to make sure that's in there. Everything's good to go there. Oops, that was a little fast. That vanity down there, guys, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to take a look at Home Depot or someplace, and maybe I can get one of those sidewalls. One of the sidewall, I think it's that one there. See about getting that sidewall at the end. If I can get that one piece, I'll just take that off, replace it, and kick panels, and then I'll replace those as well, because those have some damage, and we want to make sure that's good to go. Now, I did cut some holes in it, and the other stuff should be fairly easy to find in Home Depot, so yeah, should be good there. That is my game plan. If not, we're just going to bin it. I'm going to take off all the drawers and the hinges and everything else, and the rest of it just goes in the garbage. So, if you guys are Sorry I'm not showing you around every single room, me ripping the carpet out, because it probably gets tedious and pretty boring for you guys to watch. Doing like one room, that's fine. You guys get the point. I rip it out and then we keep moving on to the next one. And then I just do an update to show you guys what has been done. So yeah, down in the basement, you guys will probably be rolling then, because it's probably a little bit more interesting stuff. Rip some stuff out, me thinking, and then rip some more shit out. Yeah, but stay tuned, and we will get all this stuff underway, fixed, and hopefully back to normal fairly soon. Still lots of work. We got to get the shit out before we can start making it look pretty, right? So make it look ugly before it makes pretty, and everybody, it'll come together. Whether we have to contract some things out, like getting a plumber in here, doing some stuff, getting carpet guys in here doing some of the carpet, or doing as much as I can to cut costs and keep things low, but still doing it right. So in the basement, I don't think I've told you guys, but we're going to be using a DMX floor dimple mat. Basically, it's a vapor barrier membrane that goes directly on the concrete. It lifts your, I think you can put engineered floor, you can use laminate, you can use hardwood floor right directly, sorry, not on that. You can use laminate floor directly on the DMX floor, as long as it's over, I think, I want to say 8 mil. So if it's over that thickness, you can put it directly on it. If not, then you got to put a subfloor down. And then any type of flooring system that needs nails through it, you're going to need probably a 5/8 subfloor down. So OSB would be good for that. And then you could just screw it down. Make sure when you do your pilot drills, we'll get into that when we get there, but when you do your pilot hole drills, put a concrete screw in there. But after the pilot hole, you got to put a bunch of caulking so that it reseals that membrane up, and essentially it's still able to be a vapor barrier and do what it's supposed to do. Now that being said, I looked online and stuff like that to get. I got to clarify some things, because it's saying leave about a 1/4 inch around the sides, I guess to let airflow and breathement. Vapor barriers, you don't normally do that, but I'm guessing that's for inside walls, and any external walls, you would probably tape it up with the plastic vapor barrier for the walls. That's what I'm assuming. I got to contact the company just to make 100% sure, so that I install it correctly and it does its job. Because you can have the best stuff in the world, guys, but if you don't install it correctly, it's useless. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make sure. We're going to end up buying that. It's a very good product, and it basically just gives little dimples and air movement under the floor, so that if there's any wet areas or whatever, and it's concrete, so it absorbs moisture, that it is able to breathe and have the chance to dry out. That's the most important thing with that. So you can put, I've seen people, and they just put like a 6 mil vapor barrier plastic on the ground, and then put their laminate or vinyl plank flooring down. The problem with that, it becomes very cold on the feet. It's a little bit harder on the feet, and there's no air movement under the floor. So if it gets wet, and somehow maybe water, is that mine? I don't think so. All right, there's a car going off. Oh, somebody got to it, so it's not mine. So basically, yeah, it doesn't allow air movement under the floor, and we want to make sure that that happens, and moisture doesn't get trapped under there, because then it gets mildewing and smells. And if there happens to be any natural materials like wood or paper or stuff like that, what happens? It'll mold under there, and we don't want that to happen. So that's why we're going to go with this. It costs, yes, a little bit more, but it's done properly, hopefully, when we install it. But it's the proper stuff to put in there, and it'll make your floor a little bit warmer to walk on. It's a little more comfortable, and we know that we shouldn't have any mold or water issues and damaging the floor, because the floor is a big investment. You know, it's a couple, maybe the size for a basement, maybe $1,000 for the flooring. You put another, I don't know, $700 worth of that stuff, and it protects it, and it protects it well. Up here, we're not going to need that. We're just going to put the OSB down on top of the subfloor, and we're just going to lay it right out, and everything should be good to go there. That is pretty much game plans. And of course, eventually we're going to have to paint. So, thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned, and don't forget, never stop learning.